Hello everyone, so this is the 15th of the sabbatical based book reflections and the 20th episode of this vlog following the 5 from my walk along the Northumberland coastal path. So if you have joined me throughout, I just want to sympathise really, because it has obviously been quite a protracted ordeal. However, along the way, it has been a good discipline during my sabbatical to organise my thoughts in this manner. And I hope it has also been helpful from time to time to recommend particular books, since I have had an opportunity to look at quite a few. Anyway, for this final vlog, I'm going to offer my heartiest recommendation yet. My final book is Reality, Grief and Hope by Walter Brueggemann. There was a point when I wondered about focusing entirely on Brueggemann's work during this gift of time, but I am glad that I read more widely. But I have to say, this book is absolute gold dust, indeed the goldest of gold dusts there are. I could not stop from consuming it, which may explain why you've ended up with 2 vlogs in 2 days. Anyway, in this book, Brueggemann draws clear parallels from the Jewish Babylonian exile in 587 BC to the contemporary situation we find ourselves in today. In particular, he links issues around the chosen nation state designation of Israel prior to exile to the exceptional status seen through the eyes of the United States of America. Now, although he writes from within his own context as an American white man, I think we would be very remiss not to recognise that a nation that calls itself Great Britain might also need to critically self-reflect on this material. And beyond that, his prophetic work clearly has so much to say to the whole of westernised capitalism. Now, in the book, he spells out how Israel's status as the chosen nation led to them believing that no disaster could befall them. That it led to an increasing concentration of power amongst the elites, vast inequalities, exploitation of the poor and the vulnerable, an increasing polarisation, especially towards the other, and a marginalisation of the demands of Yahweh's covenant. It's not difficult to see, is it, how clear the parallels are with our contemporary situation. And as he goes, Brueggemann makes a distinction between the threefold approach of ideology, denial and despair, which we practice today, with the prophetic task of reality, grief and hope. In material that flows from such incredible learning, he weaves an incredible path through the Old Testament material before and after the exile, with particular emphasis on Jeremiah for reality, the poetry of Lamentations for grief, and for 2nd Isaiah for hope. Now, I cannot do justice to the book in this short summary, but I can tell you that the percentage of text I have highlighted in this book far outstrips any of the other material that I've read during my sabbatical. And of course, he does not just stay in the Old Testament, but prophetically challenges the church to respond to the increasing sense I am sure we all know and recognise that our whole way of life is becoming ever more unsustainable. Towards the end of the book, he challenges us all, saying, I believe it is an open question how seriously we in the church, especially we pastors, want to press the point. But then if we do, he also reminds us that through the death and resurrection of Jesus, we can truly walk our society into the crisis where it does not want to go, and to walk our society out of that same crisis into newness that it doesn't believe is possible. We can, through the Spirit, through the Spirit, despite the forces around us, embody a new way of being. Embody the love of neighbour, where in God's kingdom, coming on earth as in heaven, everyone matters. Amen.